New York, the city that never sleeps. But have you ever wondered why? It's not because of the lights. It's not because of the noise. It's not because of the constant movement. It's because here, even the ordinary hides horrors. Beneath the streets, something crawls. In the rivers, something watches. In the tallest buildings, something never left. When you turn off the light tonight and wrap yourself in the false safety of your bed, remember this: maybe, just maybe, someone else is already watching you from the darkness. Welcome to the darkest legends of New York. Enjoy them while you can. Story 1. Cropsey, the Whisper of Staten Island. Staten Island, there was a name that was never shouted, only whispered, a name born on the lips of mischievous children and dying in the trembling throats of parents, when they spoke it before bedtime as a warning. As a spell. Cropsey, they said, he wandered the shadows of the old Willowbrook Psychiatric Hospital, a place where screams vanished into endless corridors and the walls seemed to remember too much. On certain nights, a thick fog clung to the trees. The wind carried a broken lament, a question repeated again and again. Where are the children? Some swore they had seen a man. Others said it was not a man at all, but a living shadow. It slipped through forgotten tunnels, with hollow eyes burning like dying embers. One night, a child screamed. He never came back. They say Cropsey was caught, that justice tore the mask from the monster. But tell me, how do you imprison a shadow? How do you cage an echo? Because even now, when the moon hides and the wind cries like a wounded animal, his name still drifts among the naked trees of Staten Island. Story 2. The Alligators of the SEWRS. But don't believe that silence is the end. Look down. Beneath your feet, beyond the lights and skyscrapers, there is another story. One that twists in the damp darkness of the sewers. If you walk at night over the iron grates, you might hear something. A splash, a scrape, a movement that should not be there in 1935. A New York Times headline shook the city. Teenagers descended into a Harlem sewer and found something impossible, an alligator. Since then, underground workers have spoken in nervous whispers of tails slamming against tunnel walls, of teeth gleaming like blades beneath flickering flashlight beams. They say they were abandoned pets, but the cold, the darkness, and hunger changed them. They are no longer animals. They are watchers, guardians, and if you doubt it, visit the 14th Street subway station. Look at the sculpture of an alligator emerging from a sewer. The city isn't mocking you, it's warning you. Story 3. The Cursed Treasure of Captain Kaidida. The sewers lead to water, and water remembers, on Liberty Island, when the wind lashes the bay and the Statue of Liberty stands silent. A name is whispered: William Kidd, pirate, traitor, condemned man. They say he buried a treasure there, gold stained with blood, jewels stolen from the world in 1892. 2 soldiers, driven by greed, found the chest. When they opened it, an icy wind burst forth, and among the gold, there was a face. They awoke at dawn. The treasure was gone. Only claw marks remained in the soil. Since then, every full moon, a shadow rises beside the statue. Kidd is still there, waiting for the next soul, brave or foolish enough to unearth his curse. Story 4. The Ghost Ship of the Hudson. The half-emo wine when fog smothers the Hudson and the stars disappear. Fishermen fall silent, because then It appears the half-moon, Henry Hudson's ship. It sails without direction, without a captain, with hollow-eyed sailors pleading from the rail, "Don't abandon us." Some have seen it drift toward shore, searching for a harbor, for a peace it will never find. And if you get too close, you may feel a cold hand on your shoulder. Story 5. The Empire State Building, where one legend ends, another begins. The Empire State Building rises like a challenge to the gods. But its hallways are not empty. Doors open on their own. Elevators move with no one inside. A constant whisper, "You are not alone." Some say it's Howard Hughes. Others say it's the workers who died during construction. Stay until midnight. Look into the glass. If you see a face that isn't yours, don't turn around. Story 6. The skaters of Central PRK on winter nights at Wallman Rink. Two figures skate when no one else does. Rosetta and Jane, sisters, bound by ice and by death. If you skate alone and feel a frozen hand on your shoulder, don't scream. They only want you to skate with them. Story 7. The Ghost Train of Hellgate by Red G. Hellgate Bridge is never empty. On foggy nights, a train appears. It never stops. Not ever. The souls in its windows do not blink. They never get off, and if you step too close, the train always has room for one more. New York never sleeps, because it can't. The stories are still there, waiting, and now there is only one question left. Are you ready for the next story?